The question comes, should you really hate a rival? I mean, it's such a mean, nasty word. But in the case of clean, old-fashioned hate, there's really no other choice. Welcome to venerable Bobby Dodd Stadium in Atlanta, Georgia, home of the rambling wreck of Georgia Tech. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on a team from the playoff a year ago, the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Yellow Jackets will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. So the Georgia Bulldogs offense will get first crack at it here. If you just can't get enough football, well, Georgia Tech was the one for you last year. Between the hedges, they went 8 overtimes before the Dogs finally prevailed. So are you guys ready to go another 8 extra rounds this time?
Absolutely not. I got a plane to catch. But I tell you what, it was one of the most exciting games in all of college football. And Tech with the huge lead early, all the momentum swings. And Palmer, obviously, in the booth was pretty solid, too.
It was one of those games, David, you just hated that somebody had to lose. And I think back to Haynes King at quarterback for Georgia Tech, throwing for over 300 yards, running for over 100 yards. He was incredible. There was one costly fumble. Was it targeting? Wasn't it targeting? The call went Georgia's way. And then we were running out of ways to describe 2-point plays, and we were running out of espresso late in the game. Bring your espresso for this one. It's going to be fun.
Dragged down after a pickup of 5 out to the 35. And the Bulldogs with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Looking to pass. It's Averill. Tight end finds a soft spot. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. This Georgia offense moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Peace. Stopped at the 47-yard line. A 10-yard gain, and they'll move the markers. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. Use the play fake. Now to throw. On the run. Still looking. On the run, deep down the right side. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19 there in the red zone. The Dogs started this drive backed up in their own end, and now they've moved into position to score. Rides the back on the option, the give. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. They'll run the screen. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Georgia heads to the line with a 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Tries again to get it in. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
All they needed was a few inches, and the defense was not having it. This offense wants to establish an aggressive identity. They'll go for it on 4th down. Finds his big tight end. Touchdown, Georgia! Hauled that baby in and then strolled into the end zone for the score.
Who needs a field goal when you can get a touchdown? First drive, setting the tone, making a statement. 4th and goal, we are going for it. We are here for all the smoke. Nice job by this offense, capitalizing on the momentum, getting a touchdown to start this football game.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets offense will try to get something started with their first possession. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. Two NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
They stop him just short of the first down, but it will be 2nd and inches coming up. The Yellow Jackets come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Leaves it with the back. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Rambling Wreck and the Dogs have been fighting it out for a long time. You know, people forget Georgia Tech is a charter member of the SEC, though that was a long time ago. First meeting back in 1893.
Yeah, and reportedly they wanted to join the SEC later, and Georgia said no. But how about this? Tech has a line devoted to Georgia in their fight song about how much they hate them. So that gives you an idea of how deep the hate is.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. Got it in the middle, it's Lyle. Brought down at the 39 after a pickup of 10. It'll be a first down.
Yeah, this is simple pitch and catch. Quarterback and wide receiver have done this 4 million times in the offseason. He catches, waits for him to take a couple steps, boom, fires it right on his chest. They can complete this probably with their eyes closed. They've ran this route so many times together.
And that's what makes this defense so difficult to run against. They've got guys up front that just push offensive linemen backwards. They basically push the blockers right into the lap of that running back.
And that one is incomplete. It's the end of the first quarter. Well, guys, it's Georgia holding the lead at the end of the quarter. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on 3rd down. The give to the left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
And how about this? They're going to send the kicker out there to try to put a thunderfoot into one. As someone once said, from way downtown, bang, outside of 60 yards.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
Nice, just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Back to throw, it's Averill. Got it in the middle, it's Peace. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. He stopped at the 48, a pickup of 10 on the play. And the Dogs hunkering down to pick up a first down on the ground.
And you can hear the sound of Larry Munson. Run the dang ball. That's what they've always built it.
Breaks into the open. He steps out of bounds at the 41-yard line. And the Dogs have it with a 1st and 10.
Man, this defense, they have got to get better in coverage if they want to get off the field anytime soon. You keep defending like that, this offense might hang 50 on you by the end of the game.
Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. To the air on first down. Right on the money. And he's brought down after a nice gain. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the first down? From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Doing damage on the ground as he runs it down to the 11-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on second down. Out of the gun, the running back has it. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be first and goal. The Bulldogs didn't start this drive with great field position, but they have moved methodically down the field. Scanning the field, it's Averill. Into the house. Touchdown, Bulldogs!
And that's his second receiving touchdown of the game. My man is just finding pay dirt. Tell you what, these are the kind of guys that you continue to feature throughout a game when he can do this kind of damage after he catches the football.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point makes it 14-3. So it's a 73-yard touchdown drive. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. There's a little more urgency attached to this drive. They've only been able to put up a field goal and start this one down 14-3. They're working that left side. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And that's kind of a lot of today's running game, right? Spit the ball out quick, get it to your playmakers in space, and get positive yards. It's instead of running the ball a couple yards up the middle, now you just spit it out wide, and a lot of times if you break a few tackles, it could be even bigger.
Fires to the big fella. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him, too? You know, we joke that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they sell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
And the Yellow Jackets will try to pin them back with the punt. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. They'll put a stop to that return at about the 37-yard line. And Georgia ready to go back to work on offense. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Fires to the wideout. Complete in the middle. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
And if you had any questions about this quarterback's arm talent, now you've got your answer. Wow.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. Blasted as he lets it go. It's complete to the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
Offside, defense.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. So after the flag, a fresh set of downs for the offense. It's 1st and 10. He's got it on the right. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
listen, I'm going to move this guy everywhere. He was in the slot this time, but I'm not going to let the defense understand where he's lining up so they can double team him, put him in the slot, put him out wide. Either way, find this guy early and often.
He's got it. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Now on 1st and goal, let's see what Georgia will do. They'll try to get it in with the run. Running toward the goal line, and it's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turn. Now we'll hang on here. The coach is calling a timeout. He wants the officials to take another look. Thinks he's got a good shot at getting this one overturned. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Might have to give that coach a flag and a whistle. He was right on in his view of the play, and the officials agree and overturn the call. And this defense does it again. Back-to-back plays for nothing. It'll be 3rd down. Wants to fire it in the end zone on 3rd and goal. Finds him out of the backfield. No, sirree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though. How quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down.
Intercepted, and that total goes to 16. He stopped not much on the return, but a whole lot in getting the football.
How about that? I mean, they knew this defense was good defending the pass, but that had more to do with who's in the secondary, not necessarily who's up front. David, his best Pollock impersonation, picking that one off.
Yeah, babe.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Yellow Jackets with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. They'll leave it with it. And a decent gain there before the defense makes the stop. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Rides the back and leaves it. What a play by this defense, and they stop him short. It'll be 4th down. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the Yellow Jackets will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Got it near midfield. He's going to get loose. A huge return there. Steps out of bounds, but man, did he put his team in great position. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Gentlemen, the Governor's Cup is on the line, and already the Dogs and Ramblin' Wreck have given us some impressive moments.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Ramblin' Wreck offense rolls back onto the field. Trailing by a couple of scores, they'd like to generate some confidence here early in the 3rd quarter.
Down 2 possessions, the coaching staff met in at halftime, and they've probably scripted this opening drive, just like they do at the start of the game. They've now got an idea of what plays they feel most confident in, what plays their quarterback is seeing the best to go out here and execute a scoring drive.
Well, and it's nice to get the ball first. Like, I got the first opportunity to close the gap a little bit, apply some great game pressure to these guys. So I think getting the ball first, driving down, scoring right here would be huge.
The Yellow Jackets can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot. It just hasn't paid off, but you get the feeling, too, if they are going to crawl back in this one, they need him to break one off, and it just takes one play for this guy. Don't be impatient. You got to keep giving him the football.
Punt is in the air. And a precision punt there will pin them deep inside their own 10-yard line. We're ready to get another look at this Bulldog offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. There he goes. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Yeah, and way to be creative, way to get the ball in the perimeter really quickly, get some speed outside. All you got to do is secure that edge, and you're just trying to get that first down. Nice job. Nice play call by the offense.
Picks up the first down, still moving. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
And the Bulldogs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Steps to his left, out of the pocket. It's complete. He's pushed out of bounds inside the 40 at the 38, and these guys are on the move. Georgia coming out with a fresh set of downs. Back to throw, it's Averill. Quick completion on the out. Ripping through the defense. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. Bunch formation for these receivers.
The defense has got to be able to make a play at some point here in the second half. You're down 2 possessions. You need to steal a possession badly. You need to have a takeaway. The coverage is going to have to be way tighter than on that last throw. Otherwise, this offense is just going to go up and down the field.
Uga trying to make this red zone trip pay off. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Man, who says you can't run up the middle anymore, right? Everybody thinks I got to make big plays. I got to go way out to the left, way out to the right, way out in space. Nope, right down the middle. Nice blocking. How about the running back? You could.
And he's going to score. Touchdown, Dogs! Things getting tough for the Jackets as the hairy Dogs putting the bite into this one.
Georgia owning the Jackets, and they've owned this series, this rivalry, the hatred between the two. Right now, it's looking like that Governor's Cup going straight to the Dogs.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Georgia Tech offense rolls back onto the field. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. The Dogs getting a push in the middle and getting to the quarterback and just salivating to get at it.
And every year they find these dudes. They all look the same, just massive, big, strong, quick guys that don't like people, Reese Davis, that just love hitting people with aggressiveness, and just it's so amazing that they find that year after year in this defensive line group.
And the Yellow Jackets decide to punt it away.
Number 14 in punt formation to kick it away.
Looks it all the way in, and now turns his attention upfield. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Back to pass, it's Averill. Unloads to the wideout. Finds space on the right. Turning it on. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Yeah, and they got him down in a hurry. Nice job by the defense. Aggressive attack. Come downhill. Go get the running back. Get him on the ground.
They'll give it to the back. Jukes his way for more. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks with the first down.
And running backs are so good, so talented, so elusive. You see nowadays they really have the ability to make you miss, run you over. Unbelievable effort. Nice job. You keep that going, it'll be hard to stop.
To the ground with the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Into the end zone. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Sometimes as a quarterback, when you're feeling a rhythm and you're feeling yourself, you just want to keep taking shots, right? This guy's already thrown 3 touchdown passes. He saw a look he liked, decided to let her fly. Haven't seen a lot of balls falling complete, especially deep down the field. That one did, but I'd expect this guy to keep letting it go.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Got the quick pass. Touchdown, Georgia! And the punishment has been extended. This game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address, do something different.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. From the gun, the running back looking for room. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head. They'll have to hustle if they want to get off another snap before the end of the period. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got him in the flat. They get him on the ground, and that'll be the final play of this 3rd period. We've reached the break, and Georgia is on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. They had a chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. On the option. And he didn't get the pitch off, and he paid the price. The Dogs haven't just been hungry. They've been famished. They have just eaten up this offense all day.
Everything they've tried to do hasn't worked. This defense, not only are they well organized, not only are they talented, they're well coached, they listen, they play so hard, they don't give you a thing.
Punch it out of the air. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. The Yellow Jackets are moving quickly down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Got his man. At the 35, he's open. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down. And the Yellow Jackets come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Working that left side now. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on 2nd down. They just keep firing. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Unleashed. Deep. Intercepted deep in his own end. He'll try to take it back. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. And it's going to be a pick 6. Touchdown Bulldogs.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
Georgia Tech, 3.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Georgia Tech has the ball back, and here comes the Yellow Jacket offense. Weeks like this are tricky, but you have to respond better than they have, and I would expect they'll take a major hit in the rankings next week. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there. And now on second down for this offense. Looking to fire. Here's the heat. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
You know, it doesn't matter how talented you are as a quarterback, how accurate you are, how athletic you are. If you're on your back most of the day, it's going to be very hard to win the game. That's been the case for this guy here today. He's been under pressure. He hasn't been in rhythm. He's thrown an interception. This has just not gone his way.
That's caught. It's Lyle. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
Fourth down coming up.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. Intercepted. Taking it the other way. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's fourth down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Georgia comes quickly to the line. Wide receiver going in motion. Looking for a man. It's Averill. Just a little off. Incomplete.
I'll tell you, when this guy's in a rhythm, he never misses. And you've seen that in this game. Very, very accurate up to this point. That time, though, a little bit out of rhythm. And I think that's why he missed that throw.
It'll be third and long. They'll run play action. It's complete to the right. Quick step and go. They've got enough for the first down, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. They're down to the 20, first and 10. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down.
Offense has a huge lead right now in the fourth quarter, and they're just going to run this football to try to ice the game. Being more dominant, being more physical at the point of attack.
Takes the easy one to the back. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
And this offense shows they will be aggressive. On first and goal, they get the completion. Listen, games come down to executing in the red zone. This is a big spot.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Running play to the left, looking for the end zone here. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. They love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's third and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. And they're going to score again, yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
41, Georgia Tech, 3.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Gives it on the option. Makes his man miss. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. It's first and 10 from the 38-yard line. Caught behind the line. It's Lyle.
And this game is obviously out of hand. But I think the fans would argue, too, at this point, like, all right, well, let's not throw checkdowns, right? Let's throw some deep balls and continue to open up this offense and keep fighting.
Oh, he's got some space. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. The Yellow Jackets come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Catch in the middle, it's Lyle. Running like he wants that football as he gets to the 37.
And listen, the defense playing really conservative, right? You got the lead, but here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get sacks. I got to get to the quarterback. Like, I got to make sure I'm getting him, knocking him off the spot.
Throws toward the end zone. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock. And here we go. Final play of the game right here. Wants to throw on third down. They fought to the bitter end, and the final incompletion puts a wrap on it. The clean, old-fashioned hate was evident, and now Georgia Tech has even more reason to hate the Dogs because the red and black come out on top. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.